Hi, so in today's video I'm going to show you how to quickly make some simple tags, all from shapes that are already in ScanNCut Canvas. So the first thing I'm going to do is come over here to the basic shapes and I'm going to choose this shape. Then I'm going to come to the rectangles and choose a rectangle. Now these two shapes are both the same width. So I'm going to select them both and go to Edit Center. And then with them both selected and centered to each other, I'm going to go to Edit and Weld. And if they're overlapped enough, they will weld. So that's kind of given me the basic shape, but I want it to be a bit longer. So I'm going to drag it out until it's about 4 inches long. And then I'm going to shrink it in until it's about 2.75. Okay, so now I've got the basic tag shape. I'm going to come down here and get a circle, and I'm going to shrink the circle down until it's about maybe 2 inches. Might make it a little bit smaller. Okay, so the circle is on top of the tag shape. I'm going to select both and go to Edit Center. So that will line the circle up centrally to the tag, and then I'm going to go to Edit Subtract. And that's now punched the circle out of the tag shape. Now at this point, if you want to put a hole for a hanging loop, just get another circle, shrink it down, position it centrally, and then again with that small circle on top, do Edit Subtract, and that's now your hanging hole. So I'm going to come over here now back to the patterns that are already in Canvas, and I'm going to go to Logo, and I'm going to select Joy and Peace. And then I'm going to duplicate this tag shape a couple of times. I'm going to get the word joy, and by using a corner I'm going to drag it in so that the word joy fits within this circle. I'm just going to angle it a little bit and drag it up. And I'll zoom in to show you what I'm doing. I want to have the word overlap the edge of this circle. So you can see it overlaps there on the J and on the Y, not quite on here. So I'm just going to drag it out a little bit more and then position it. So with that now in position, I'm going to select both and go Edit Weld. So if I fill this in with colour, just so you can see it better, that's how your tag would look when cut, and you've still got a space here to write to and from. I'm just going to go back to the mat, so I'm going to get another one, and in a few minutes I'm going to show you how to just put some words in of your own. I'm going to do the same thing, shrink the word peace down and line it up. And then again, you could leave it straight if you want. I prefer it angled. And again, I'm going to zoom in on the tag so you can see how it looks. You can shrink it back a little bit. As long as you've got an overlap on the edges, you're fine. Select both, Edit Weld. And again, if I fill that one in with colour, just so that you can see it on the screen, that's another one. So that's 2. Now with the last one, I'm going to come back to the patterns and I'm going to come to text, and I'm going to just choose this top font, double click to get the flashing cursor at the end of the letter, backspace to get rid of those, and I'm just going to type ho, and then left click anywhere on the page to deselect so it selects the word. Now these are 2 separate letters and I want to weld them, so While this is selected, I'm going to right click and hit divide, which will break these two letters up. I can now select the O and use the arrow on my keyboard and shift it over until I've got an overlap. Select both and go Edit, Weld. And then now I can shrink this down. So I'm going to create 2 more duplicates of this hoe. So you can either hit the D key on your keyboard or Control D or right click and duplicate, whichever works for you. So I'm just positioning these into place. I want ho, 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 and they actually look too big. So I'm going to get rid of that one. I'm going to shrink this one down a little bit more. And I'm going to create 2 more duplicates and see how this looks. And what I want the 3 to be welded together as well as being welded to this frame. So I'm just trying to manipulate them. So this overlaps here, this overlaps here, and these overlap here, and then they're all connected. So I'm going to select everything, and I'm going to go to Edit and Weld. It should all weld together, and again I'm going to select it and fill it with a colour just so you can see. So there are my 3 tags made from basic shapes and a couple of words and a font that's already in ScanNCut Canvas. And obviously you can make these as big or as small as you like, but I wouldn't go too small with the letters inside. I mean, this tag now is 4 inches high by 2 1/4 wide, which I think is a decent sized tag for a present. Obviously you don't have to use the words joy and peace or ho ho ho, you can do whatever you want, but I just thought I'd show you how you can make some simple tags. And then you could line these all up and cut them all from a sheet of 12 by 12. Obviously you'd space them and get, you know, the best positioning you can on your mat to get as many as you can in. Save your project with a name up here, save it into your projects in Canvas, and then download it and cut it with your machine. So I hope you found that helpful. Please give the video a thumbs up if you did. Don't forget to subscribe if you don't already do so, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.